Hey, this is Dr. Jeff, and I'm bringing you this short, quick, informative video for one of a couple reasons. The first one is that you have committed to a plan, a process, a different way of doing things that you've done in the past. And most of you that are watching this, you're a new patient in our office, and I appreciate you. You're probably sitting there watching this with either a loved one or a spouse. And in all reality, this is a different thing. You've probably noticed going through the first couple days in our office, things are different around here. And if you take a look at today's healthcare, what do you see? Is today's average healthcare something that you want for you and your family? And I can guarantee you it's not. See, here's the thing. Back in 2011, they actually went through, no, it was 2012, and they went through and they figured out the average prescriptions each American was on. And did you know that the average American were on 12 prescription medications? How insane is that? Now, if you think about it, I'm on 0, and a lot of the people that I take care of in and around my office, they're on a 0 as well. So if people are at 0, that means there's a lot more people that have to be higher than 12 to get that as an average. So what I want to do in this quick short video is I want to lay the foundation of what it's going to take for you to get the absolute best results from your care here in my office. You see, I don't take it lightly. I'm seriously honored to be your chiropractor, and I don't say that just to make you feel good. See, here's the thing. Over the next few months and possibly even years, you're going to be investing time, energy, and resources as far as your money into my office. And I want to make darn sure that the return that you get on that investment lasts a lifetime. The advantage is all about what you're going to do. I tell people this all the time. It's not that you're getting adjusted. It's what you do with your adjustment. That's the real advantage. And so I used to actually do this class live. I used to have people come in, and we would sit and go through about a 45-minute class. And I thought the other day, you know what? Why don't we lock this down 10-15 minutes on video and make sure we give people those nuggets? Because I found that over the last several years in practice, it was amazing. The people that had come through that workshop, they got better results, less time and less money. And I want that for you, as I'm sure you'd pick that for you as well. So when we look at this thing called health, health is your greatest asset, and I'm sure you'd agree with me. The thing is that when we are having children, in fact, we've got 3 children, and I remember when my wife was pregnant and people would ask, is it a boy, is it a girl, do you know, or those things, and what does everybody say? Well, it doesn't matter as long as they're healthy. And see, health is our greatest asset. And what I've seen so much in doing this for so long, helping thousands and thousands of people, is that we have blind spots. We have blind spots when it comes to our health, and it centers around the nervous system. So I'm not going to turn you into a chiropractor or make you super geeky with your friends or any of those things, but what I do want to mention is that when you came into my office on that first day, we had your scans. And those scans serve as a foundation to how well you're functioning. Those scans show me how well your body has handled and adapted to stress up until this point. For some of you, you've been dealing with issues for years, 10, 15, 20, even 30 plus years. Those issues have taken their toll on your health. For other of you, you may be watching this video and saying, well, no, actually it's my newborn baby, and they're under care in your office, so they really haven't had years of stress, yet the birth process has been stressful for them. And at that point, I commend you, if you're a parent right now watching this, of a young child. In fact, we see nearly 40% pediatrics in my office, and that's kids under the age of 10. I commend you for being one of those parents who are proactively mindset, giving your kids the advantage, because it's way easier to raise healthy kids than to fix broken adults. So thank you for that honor, and I can't wait to see the results from your children. And a ton of the other stories. In fact, just earlier this week, and this happens all the time, so no matter when you're watching this, whether it's actually years down the road from recording it, is that we had a mother who sat and was nearly in tears because just a few short months ago, her child, who he's 7, has been developmentally delayed, or what they say in school, and the counselors have been very, very concerned about his progress through school, and he's going to need all this extra therapy and all this extra help and those things. Well, his mom had the foresight, and it was actually referred in by several of the other teachers that I take care of, and said, hey, you got to go see Dr. Jeff. And earlier this week, she told me that they had their checkup with the counselor, and that he is to the level he should be for his grade, and that he is no longer a concern as far as needing extra help and behavioral changes. All they've changed was chiropractic. How amazing is that? I get to hear stories like that all the time. So shout out to you parents. Some of you may be watching this and thinking, you know what, chiropractic is new to me. I don't get it. I just know there's scans, there's a problem. It's going to take time and repetition. And he's saying it could be months before my problem's corrected. I want you to know you're not alone. Here's the thing, those scans are going to be the baseline, and we're going to be doing progress scans as we go through to make sure that you don't fall through the cracks, because I'll be darn sure that if you hire me as your chiropractor, and most of you obviously already have, that I'm not going to let you waste your time, energy, or money and not do what it takes to get results. So let me speak to that for a minute. You were given a plan, and that plan was made for you. It was made for you based on where your nervous system started, based on the goals you want to help achieve and what it's going to take to get you there. The closer you follow that plan, guess what? The closer timetable we can figure out and make sure that you get those results. For example, if you had a personal trainer and you wanted to lose 100 pounds and you went in and they said it's going to take this many exercises, this many times exercising over the week, over the next few months to get you headed in the right track, and you chose not to follow his recommendations, his or hers, what do you think is going to happen? Well, you're definitely not going to get the results. But yet I bet you're not going to drive by that gym every time you go through town and say, you know what? That darn personal trainer, it just didn't work. I tried it and it didn't work. But yet what most people do is they look at chiropractic and they say, you know what, I tried chiropractic and it didn't work. You probably have friends like that, or maybe that was you in the past. One thing that I want to make sure we avoid that pitfall is that we follow your plan. Stick to it. Listen to the recommendations and make sure we're following your scans. And I promise you this, you will get far superior results and you'll increase your chances of reaching that goal and giving you the ultimate advantage. Let me talk to kids for a minute, or if you do have kids, maybe kids that haven't been checked yet in our office. There's a time in my office where we want to make sure we get your children checked. The reason being is because what I've seen is that when we raise healthier kids, they have genetic windows. So even if you're sitting there thinking, you know what, my kids look fine, they say they feel fine, they're normal, get them checked. You wouldn't wait until they have a cavity to take them to the dentist. You probably have, even yourself, have taken them maybe possibly to the eye doctor, but yet they didn't have any eye disease. You probably yourself have had physicals, yet the doctor checks your heart and your lungs, but yet you don't have heart disease or lung cancer. It's progressive checkups. The one system that runs your entire body is your spine and nervous system, and we have the state-of-the-art technology to actually check that. And if we can see problems that are before they actually cause symptoms, how much more valuable is that to you as a parent, knowing you're ahead of the curve? So that's to the parents. For the rest of you, as we look at this, there's going to be things along your care that we make sure we incorporate. There's going to be some nutritional aspects. There's going to be some exercise things that we look at. I will give you a resource here in this video. It's called mytruestaradvantage.com. It's a portal that I actually paid for to have you as a patient access for free. So you can go on there and take several assessments in the different areas of your life outside of the office, outside of chiropractic, to help give you even more advantage. So mytruestaradvantage.com for more information on that. That's a good key to look at. The other thing as we go through, the biggest thing, understand this. Your nervous system is the foundation for your health. If you're sitting there thinking, you know what, I feel good, I must be healthy, that's the number one danger we see. Feeling good and judging your health, your greatest asset. This is the blind spot I want to kind of wrap this video up with and just make sure we understand. And if you have questions, please, on your next visit, come in and talk with me on this, because the biggest blind spot we have is judging our health on how we look and how we feel. So let me ask you this question. If we judge our health on how we look and how we feel, when is the only time we do anything for our health? It's when we don't look good or we don't feel good. So I implore you, I commend you on two things. One, tell your friends, tell your family they need to be checked. All right? We have VIP passes actually for them that will help them get checked, and that's actually a gift to you from me, so that we don't have people waiting until they're bent, broken down, not feeling good, not looking good, and then trying to restore them back into health. It always says that people spend their youth, they spend all their time, energy, and money when they're young, chasing those careers, trying to build up wealth, and then in the later years they've sacrificed the greatest asset, which is their health, and they end up spending all that wealth trying to get back some of their health. Please do not be that person. I can't save you all, and in fact, I want to do as much as I can. That's why we put this video together, to help you share, send it to a friend. I can find a chiropractor, and I've got a global network of like-minded chiropractors for you, your friends, your family, if they're out of state, if they're even out of the country. So please don't hesitate to email me. I'll put my information in here as well, but share this video. It'll be of benefit. So know this, there's two things we'll never jeopardize in this office. One is your health, and two is my reputation. Because here's the thing, your health is your greatest asset, and there is no way we are going to take that for granted. We get one shot at life, and we've all had people in our life that have died of cancer or heart disease or all those things. Let's make sure that we do everything we can to get the most out of life and adapt. Chiropractic helps you adapt. The greatest thing is adaptability. The second thing is my reputation. I'm not going to be the guy that people drive down from Brainerd or over from Wilmer and all those things. We have that. People get results in our office. There's times where you're sitting in our office and it's crazy. It's a madhouse. It's an absolute chiro party. That's because people get results. So understand this. You're in the right place. And whether you're in your restoration phase of care right now, where you're coming several times a week, up to sometimes 3 or 4 times a week because we've got a lot of work to do, or you're in your advantage lifetime care model, where we understand that your spine is going to be yours for the rest of your life. You should take care of it and get it checked on a regular basis. Whether you're in between restoration and advantage or anywhere in between, I want you to know that we are dedicated to getting you the results so that you can in turn go out and live your advantage. Remember, I said it before in this video, it's not that you get the advantage. It's not that you have chiropractic in your life. It's what you're going to do with it. So thank you for watching this quick video as a fundamental foundation to your care. I look forward to the results. I look forward to sharing your story on Facebook, on our social media, because as you know, go over to our Facebook page and share it and click like and do those things. And remember, there's never a greater time to have the advantage. Stress does not take a day off, and neither should your advantage. So thanks again, and we'll see you on your next visit.